My name is Tarek, and I'm the Student Success Specialist here at JPW Academy. And today I'm speaking with Amarie about her progress that she's made with the Science Success Program. So if you could just start off by telling me where you were at kind of before you started the program in terms of science, that would be great.
With science, I was at a 7.6 to begin with prior to actually starting.
It's combined, isn't it?
Yes.
Combined science.
Okay, no, that's still really good. So were there any problems you had in particular, like whether that's physics, chemistry, or biology?
I found where I really struggled at was with physics.
Yeah.
Personally, especially when it came to revising, because like I would do like flashcards, but it was the only method that somewhat worked for me when it came to revising for physics.
And so after you joined the course and after you started that, how did your kind of grades change or your confidence about the subject change?
My confidence in physics increased, as well as the other sciences, but more so physics.
Yeah, that's great. And then
Grades, is it eight and nine, is it, or is it 8, 8?
It was an 8.7.
8 something, is it?
okay, so you've made a consistent increase in like for at least one for both of the subjects from a 7 and a 6 to an 8 and a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's really, really good. So would you say that anything specifically about the program enabled you to achieve this?
I found that with both dividing the lessons in both informing us about a certain subject and then following up with like 30 minutes of exam practice really helps.
Okay, so that kind of realistic exam practice that obviously translates quite well to when you actually do the exam. You found that quite useful then.
Yeah.
No, that's really good. So in terms of this kind of group-based environment, did you find anything particularly useful about that?
Yes, I found that whenever I got stumped with a certain area, the other students would always chime in with both the answers as well as assistance during the lessons, as well as the tutor.
Okay, so you had like quite a bit of support from whether that's students or any other help or the teacher themselves. In terms of the teacher themselves, would you ask any questions? Did you feel as though your questions would be answered and you'd be supported, kind of enough?
Yes, I found that when asking questions, it was quite helpful, as the tutor would go back to, like, for example, a slide and then go through it again and make it easier for us to understand.
Yeah, that's really good. So in terms of the commitment, obviously you have quite a few science sessions per week and you have homework weekly too. How did you manage that to, stay on top of all of that?
Well, I found it quite easy to maintain, as due to the fact that I tried to keep both the days that I do science free and also making sure I kept working on it between the homework between Friday and Sunday morning.
So in particular about the homework, did you find the homework useful, the feedback useful, things like that?
Yes, I found it useful, as it with the homework it specifically points out the areas where I made small mistakes and where I need to improve.
Yeah, that's good. So you thought it was quite easy for you to implement that in next week's homework and get consistent feedback like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. So what kind of made you opt for group-based tuition as opposed to getting a private tutor or one-to-one tutor?
I found with the group-based one that it was more helpful, as then I'd be able to discuss with my peers about questions and the subject itself.
Okay, that's good. So it's kind of more insight into other people's perspective or other people's ideas as opposed to having one-to-one lessons.
Yes, I found that extremely helpful.
That's great. So have your teachers noticed any kind of difference in school? Have they commented upon your performance or your confidence in any way?
Yes, I've been told that there has been this significant increase in confidence within lessons.
Yeah, that's really good to hear. Definitely. Would you say that would help you translate to, other subjects like whether that's maths or English and see progress in that too?
Yes, they do. It like whenever I'm talking to one of my teachers, for example, about the work, I'm normally informed about how there's been this both an increase in confidence as well as understanding on this certain subject.
That's really good. It must feel nice to have that kind of confidence about approaching your subjects. So now you've achieved this, or you know you're on track to achieve quite a high grade. How does that make you feel? How does it make you feel about the future, going on to A level or studying in general?
Um, I It's really helped because um, right at the start of the year, I wanted to do sciences at A level, and I think this has really helped with wishing to achieve this.
So
I was going to say it's chemistry and biology are the two you want to take on at A level, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you still not like physics?
I can tolerate it now. Hated it before, but I can tolerate it now.
Or is that because your confidence improved?
Yes.
really, really nice to hear. So other than that, Amarie, do you have any type of insight for other students or any type of information you think would be useful for anybody watching this?
When it comes to science, I'd suggest making notes before, like on a basic subject before then expanding upon it and explaining it. Especially when doing questions on the homework, as with having exam questions for the homework, it really helps with understanding both what's going to be on the exam and as well as understanding which subject areas you struggle with the most.
Well, that's some really good advice. Thank you. It's been fantastic to speak to you today, and you should be proud of everything you've achieved in all of your subjects overall. And to anybody watching this, I hope it's giving you a taster of what you could achieve too. Other than that, thank you both tremendously for
Oh, you're welcome.